That is, the emphasis in 21st century music theory is on applying music vocabulary to our lives, not merely to exams.
If we imagine ourselves to be on one side of the bridge with our experiences and mind files, and on the other side are individuals, cultures, and musicians, we will recognize that our only job is to attempt to cross the bridge to respect the cultures, music, and musicians on their terms. So if you learn these few terms and try to apply them to our world's music and musicians, you will honor and respect both the music and those who make it. This is what is meant by appreciating music. Respecting music on the terms of those who make it, by giving energy or sacrificing of our time on it or their behalf. Around the world, all music serves the same basic human functions. It tells the stories and expresses the experiences and values of each culture, in most cases helping us find or create a sense of balance with our diverse senses and sensibilities. It serves the worship of or connecting to a higher power or a purpose for life. It serves our passing through the life cycle by marking the different stages of the life cycle, fortifying community and binding human groups together as communities. And it is used for entertainment, manipulation in media, and in combination with the other arts, dance, movies, and events, and as an emotional underscore. What is music? Music are sounds and vibrations ordered over time with sociocultural significance by the musician to honor or connect to the life experience as determined differently by each culture. What makes music interesting? A combination of 5 simple musical elements can help us understand virtually any music in the world. The combination of the way these various elements are manipulated builds tension, releases tension, tells the stories, and creates the combination of mental, emotional, intuitive, and physical connections we have to the music. In fact, this is precisely why we listen to music so often when we are free to do whatever we wish. Music provides a motivating, emotionally enhancing soundtrack to our lives. So, what are the musical elements? The first is form or structure, the organization of sections or the blueprint of the music. All music has form or structure. Popular music uses introductions, verses to tell the story, and choruses to emphasize the most important point. Trance, meditation, or dance music provides a strong and frequently repetitive structure that cycles over and over to serve its purpose. Storytelling music, such as musical theater, opera, video game music, or movie music, will change often to support the continuity of the story. Or with the blues or African praise songs, it will supply a simple and often repetitive structure that accommodates the lyrical creativity of the storyteller. And finally, classical music, or the older music of all cultures, will be diverse in form and structure, as was appropriate to a variety of generations based on their values and their perception of time. If we wish, we can actually draw a line which represents the music over time, and then mark the line with a vertical line whenever we hear something new. The result will give us a sonograph or sound picture of the form and structure. In any case, taking notes with music helps us focus and concentrate on the musical structure. How the sections of a piece are organized will impact how the music impacts us. The second element is the instrumentation or the texture, the layering of musical instruments. Although we could argue that the sound of the ocean or birds in a forest is music, the majority of us have music in our lives that are created by instruments specifically made for that purpose. You may get more information about the categories of instruments later on in your course, but for now suffice it to say the type and change of instruments, including the human voice, and the density of their layering or texture in all cultures serves the same universals, tells similar stories, expresses the same range of emotions, and for the most part can all be appreciated by virtue of the expertise and the mastery of the musician. The manner by which the instruments come in or out increase our attention by building and releasing tension. Perhaps the musical element that motivates most of us to listen to music, to dance, to move, or to enjoy work or driving our cars is what we call rhythm, the duration and flow of musical vibration over time. All music has rhythm, that is, all musical sound has duration and a flow across time. But the manner by which music is organized varies from free-flowing, which is without steady pulses, to multiple chains in flow or duration to regulate pulses or beats organized in set groups called measures. Although rhythmic flow can be regulated by conductors, by drums, by gongs, or by regular beats, what we often call the beat in popular music is really the combined rhythmic flow of 3 to 4 instruments known as the rhythm section. Drums, bass, and guitar or keyboards. We try to describe the rhythm in terms of its speed or tempo. Tempo is the rate of speed of the music or the manner by which the beats flow, or the music flows with or without beats. The final two elements that are important to music both use pitches or specific vibrational frequencies that can be either sung by the voice or performed by non-percussive instruments. The main pitched element in music is melody, a series of pitches organized one after another. Although there is a wide range of ways humans will use melody, the melody in most of the world's music is the main element of the music. It is what we attach words or lyrics to. We use it to tell the story, whether with words or instruments. And since the human voice can only sing one pitch at a time, most melodic music in all cultures uses melodies that have evolved from human singing. The second pitched element comes from the sounding of multiple pitches at the same time. We call this harmony. 2 or more different pitches sounding at the same time. Although Western music, that which evolved from Europe, is more harmonic-centered, today much of the world uses keyboards and incorporates harmony. One of the primary things that harmony provides is to deepen emotion by the use of specific sets of pitches called chords. A single chord can elicit strong emotion. Finally, we can look at each and every type of music as we do at food. There are basic elements in food recipes: meats, vegetables, fruits, and spices. We put these ingredients together in certain proportions in specific order for each dish. This is true in music everywhere in the world. So too, everywhere in the world, people use different combinations of sounds in different combinations or order for each musical style and for each musical purpose. A food appreciator can easily relate to food anywhere in the world by focusing on the commonalities and then distinguishing the differences. We do the same with music. Every piece will place greater or lesser focus on form, on texture or instrumentation, on rhythm, on melody, or on harmony. When we hear the piece, we simply say, what are the most unique ingredients of the 5 basic elements? What differentiates the piece or makes it unique or special? The form, organization of sections, the texture, instrumentation or layering of instruments, the rhythm, flow and duration of sounds over time, the melody, the linear organization of pitches, or the harmony, combining 2 or more different pitches together. So if you wish to respect music and musicians, appreciation is when you find something interesting, unique, or different in a piece of music. Just ask yourself, what in the music caused the thought or feeling? What in the music makes it special? When you feel inclined to move or you like the beat, it's the rhythm. When you feel like singing, it's the melody. When the piece changes sections or ideas continually, it's the form or texture. Your instructor may or may not test you on the musical elements after the review exercise, but generally, we'll be focusing on what the music means to each culture and how we can better our lives and expand our perceptions by its influence. Still, make no mistake, the musicians had to learn to master these 5 elements to make each and every recipe, and our ability to respect their work by listening deeply and giving them some thought is part of what we call music appreciation.